company, but I would as lief been myself alone.
And so had I. For fashion's sake, I thank you too for your society.
God be with you. Let's meet as little as we can.
I do desire we may be better strangers.
I pray you, mar no more trees by writing love songs on their barks.
I pray you, mar no more of my verses with reading them ill-favoredly.
Rosalind is your love's name.
Yes, just.
I do not like her name.
There was no thought of pleasing you when she was christened.
What stature is she of?
Just as high as my heart.
Oh, you are full of pretty answers. Have you not been acquainted with goldsmiths' wives and con them out of rings?
No, but I answer you right. Painted cloth from whence you studied your questions.
You have a nimble wit. I think it was made of Atalanta's heels. Will you sit down with me, and each who may rail against our mistress, the world, and all our misery?
I'll chide no breather in the world but myself, against whom I know the most faults.
The worst fault you have is to be in love.
It's a fault I would not change for your best virtue. I'm weary of you.
By my troth, I was seeking a fool when I found you.
He is drowned in the brook. Look but in and you shall see him.
There I shall see my own figure.
Which I take to either be a fool or a cipher.
I'll tarry no longer with you. Farewell, good Signor Love.
I'm glad for your departure. Adieu, Monsieur Melancholy.
I can speak to him like a saucy lackey, and under that habit, play the knave with him. Do you hear, Forrester?
Very well. What would you?
I pray you, what is it o'clock?
You ask me what time of day it is. There's no clock in the forest.
Then there is no true lover in the forest.
Are you a native of this place?
As the pony that you see dwell where she is kindled.
Your accent is something finer than you could purchase in so rude a dwelling.
I have been told so of many, but indeed an old religious uncle of mine taught me how to speak, who was in his youth an inland man. In courtship all too well for there, he fell in love. I have heard him speak many lectures against it, and I thank God I am not a woman to be touched with so many giddy offenses as he hath generally taxed with their whole sex withal.
Do you remember any of the principal evils he laid to the charge of women? I pray you recount them.
No, I will not cast my physic away, but on those that are sick. There is a man who haunts the forest, who abuses our young plants by carving Rosalind on their barks, hangs odes upon hawthorns and elegies on brambles, all, forsooth, deifying the name of Rosalind. If I could meet that fancy monger, I could give him some good counsel, for he seems to have the quotidian of love upon him.
I am he that is so love-shaped. I pray you, tell me your remedy.
You have none of my uncle's marks upon you. He taught me how to know a man in love, a cage of rushes in which you are not prisoner.
What were his marks?
A lean cheek, which you have not. A blue eye and sunken, which you have not. An unquestionable spirit, which you have not. A beard neglected, which you have not. Your bonnet unbanded, your sleeve unbuttoned, and your shoes untied, and everything about you demonstrating a careless desolation. But you are no such man. You are quite point-devising your accoutrements as loving yourself more than the lover of any other.
Fair youth, I would I could make you believe that I love you.
Me, believe it. You may soon make her that you love believe it. As I warn you, she is after to do than to confess she does. But in good sooth, are you he that hangs verses on trees, wherein Rosalind is so admired?
I swear to you by the white hand of Rosalind, I am that he, that unfortunate he.
But are you so in love as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhyme nor reason can express how much.
Love is merely madness, yet I profess curing it by counsel.
Did you ever cure any so?
Yes, one, and in this manner. He was to imagine me, his love, his mistress. And I sent him every day to woo me, at which time would I, being but a moonish youth, grieve, be effeminate, changeable, longing and liking, proud, fantastical, apish, inconstant, full of tears and full of smiles, for every passion something, and for no passion truly anything, as boys and women are for the most part cattle of this color. I drave my suitor from his mad humor of love to a living humor of madness. And thus I cured him, and so I take upon myself to wipe your liver as clean as a sound sheep's heart. There will not be one spot of well in it.
I would not be cured, you.
I would cure you if you but call me Rosalind and come to my cottage every day and woo me.
Faith, I will. Show me where it is.
I will go to it. And by the way, you shall show me where in the forest you live. Will you go?
By my love, I will, fair youth.
Nay, but you must call me Rosalind. Come, sister. Will you go?